Welcome to another rock and roll road trip. Woo! There he is. Hey. Senor Levine, ¿cómo estás? How are you, sir? You're gonna put me in this bad boy?
I'm scared of
I
the shit
have to
out
ride
of you.
with you in this car. Adam, do you realize how the net worth of the cargo that's gonna be in this car?
So it's all in, it's an expensive ride.
You're a young man, and I know you're probably a little more reckless than me, but okay.
I'm extremely reckless.
In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost.
If we don't come back, we love our families.
Whew, look at this bad boy, though, Adam. Ouch. Custom made for Adam Levine and Sammy Hagar, his partner. Oh, somebody put water in here for me. Look
Yeah,
at
look.
this.
It comes equipped with a fridge.
This interior was...
This is vintage interior.
You had to hand pick this stuff, didn't you?
Well, I wanted it to be I wanted it to be a new car that had a bunch of old things about it, like the interior. I did it, matched the interior and the paint to old vintage paint colors.
Wow, Adam, this is like, wow. I have a 599, as you well know, and this has got about 120 more horsepower, and the 599 is overpowered.
Well, this is the scariest car I've ever driven. It kind of forces you to be a little bit more responsible because
I appreciate
you're
it.
driving, well, not today, but
Adam,
Mario
Mario Andretti test drove this car and told me personally it was overpowered.
It is.
It's
It's not.
Mario Andretti.
It's completely irresponsible. This should not be. This shouldn't be on the road for crazy maniacs like me to drive.
Just behave yourself. You know, you got to warm the brakes up on this. I don't have to tell you that, right?
Let me tell you something. I know.
You got to warm the tires up on this. I don't have to tell you that, right?
Oh no, I'm not gonna. Look, see, I'm taking my time.
I appreciate it. This is Mulholland Drive, the famous Mulholland Drive up here. Where do you like to drive your cars the most, Adam?
Well, I'll tell you this, Mulholland is a great place to drive at certain times of the day. It's great. It's super early in the morning, which I never do, but that's the best time to do it because there's nobody on the road. And it's good at certain times. You get little pockets where you can really do some dangerous things.
There it is. Oh, listen to it. Oh, man. Come on, Adam.
That's so
Thrills you to death. Is this your fastest car?
I think this is probably pretty much anyone's fastest car.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Folks, do you hear that? Whew. Now that's the way I want my voice to sound. See,
Yeah.
when I sing, I strive for about 7,000 RPMs in a V12 4-cam Ferrari.
That's a beautiful
and
voice.
my guitar sound, I strive for that. I play in that register. It's like that.
That's a really good analogy for your voice. I like that.
So if you were starting all over today, and you didn't have a band, you're just a singer dude, young guy wanting to get in the business, would you do The Voice? Would you go on there?
Well, first of all, I'll first say I love that show. And you did it with me last season.
I love the show.
It is a true experience, and there's so many things about it that I love. So this has been an amazing experience. That being said, would I try out for The Voice? It's a tough call because I would maybe say no. And the reason why I would say no isn't because it's not a great show, but it's because, like you, I think we're songwriters, you know? My goal in the beginning of my career, like I'm sure it's somewhat similar to you, was to make it in my band and to write songs with my boys and sing them and perform them at clubs or theaters or whoever would take us. It's a completely different goal. So I guess my answer is no.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. The reason I asked you this, because you have a kind of voice that could make it on The Voice. You're versatile.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. But now, the other thing that I'm really impressed, Adam, as a human being, about your band. You and everyone knows. Don't worry, folks, we're only do about 160. That you could be a solo artist tomorrow. You could have been a solo artist the first year on The Voice. Probably could have been a solo artist anyway. And number one, I love your band. I've been around them. They're the most down home. They don't fuck with you the way most bands fuck with the guy who's the biggest star in the band. Your band are awesome for that.
Look, you're right. Like
from afar.
Totally. And look, we've bitched, we've fought. I mean, obviously, I don't need to tell you. Like, we've fought the good fight many times. But we love each other, and we know. And at the end of the day, honestly, and this sounds funny, but we love making music for a living. too. I mean, people often get very spiritual and like kind of faux spiritual about this kind of thing. We all love getting to do this for our jobs. And yes, does it have something to do with money? Of course it fucking does. Do you know how hard it is to make it in a band? So that...
Nothing wrong with money.
And whether you want to admit it or not, that's part of the reason why we still all do it. I don't care what I know how uncool that is, but it's the truth. And I think it needs to be said. We love doing this. We love getting paid for it because we never expected to. So you hold on to that. That's not the whole reason, but it's a big reason. And I think that many, many times that is like looked down upon by many people, but they're just bullshitting themselves. You know.
Now, what do you think about lead singers disease? I think it's bullshit. I think guitar players are worse and drummers are even worse.
Lead singer disease.
And bass players are worse.
Lead singer disease is real. But I'll tell you this. Let me tell you this though. This is fucked up. Lead singer disease is real, but guess what?
What?
Guess what? You don't have to be a fucking lead singer to have lead singer disease.
There you go. There it is.
Plenty of drummers and bass players with the same thing.
To me, the superstar guitarists have always given me a little trouble. You know?
Which one? Anyone in particular you would care to elaborate on?
All of them.
Musicians who succeed, who make it, don't ever have to have a job, right? I mean, this is not really a job. It's what we do and it's hard work, but it's not a 9 to 5, right? So think about it. If you've been validated for getting to do basically whatever you want, if you get to make your own schedule, you get to wake up at 10 in the morning, you know, you don't...
10?
11, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, why the hell would you ever, if the world has shown you that you can do as you please and succeed, which is so fucked up and dangerous for us, that's why a lot of us get really fucked up. Why would we ever want to go do anything that we didn't want to do? It makes a lot of sense, right?
Damn, Adam, I wish I'd have met you about 15 years ago. You could have straightened me out. Oh,
This is Conway, man.
Adam, first of all, thank you for the ride over here. Of course. It was incredible. First of all, that car is killing. And second of all, I'm so glad there was traffic.
I'm not.
I'm a real chicken. Are you? Do you like driving like with other people driving? No, you like riding with other people like at 160 miles an hour.
You've penned classic songs about the speed limit, bro.
Driving, though.
You should.
Sitting in there.
Okay, yeah, you know what? That's a big difference. Big difference because being up, it all came clear now. Because we're control freaks, because we're singers.
Moment of clarity. So, Adam, when did you first decide that you were going to be in music? Like really young, or?
When I was 10 years old, I remember when I was like 8 or 9, I had some piano lessons, and I hated it because...
Lessons?
Because it's the piano, let's be honest. It's really cool. And I think that I envy piano players, and I think that it's cool, but it was something about guitar. The minute I picked up a guitar, I remember the first time, because I'm a lefty, so the first time I picked a guitar up before I had actually had my first lesson, I picked it up, and it was the wrong way. And the guitar teacher came over and he said, okay, let's flip that around. You're probably a righty. And I learned how to play righty. But since my first guitar lesson when I was 10 years old, tunnel vision the rest of the way.
And what did you want to be? Did you just want to be some musician playing on TV, or you wanted to be Sammy Hagar? You wanted to be...
I did, because look,
right, folks,
no, that's not a lie, and that's not just kissing his ass because he's here. So let's...
Damn it.
No, I'll diffuse all of that. When I was falling in love with music, you were on my TV every day, and rock and roll music was like, that's what it was, because it was like, I was 10, so, 1989 was when I was 10. He feels old. But it was all I saw. And I'm like, you can live forever, man. So I was in love with what you guys were doing, what a lot of other bands, in that moment were doing, and it was different than it is now. It was in the very, very, very much the only thing that I cared about, because it was so prevalent in the culture, and it was a beautiful time. So it's true. I did want to be you when I was 10.
Wow. But do you enjoy your success?
Yes.
Today?
Of course.
Because the Voice has elevated you into a superstar thing where people know who you are that don't even care about your music. I mean, you know what I mean?
It's true.
TV's
Old ladies in the
strong.
supermarket.
And a big successful TV show. But has that changed? How's that changed your life? Does it make it more comfortable, harder? Is it a double-edged sword?
It's 99.999% the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. But yeah, there's some privacy issues that have been a pain, but whatever. Honestly, if that's the price, the small price I have to pay, then it's
right
all
on. I love you hearing you say that.
And I think that the coolest thing about it for me was I figured out that I had actually done something with my life. I think when you're a musician and you're playing in a band, you feel like a kid and you feel like you're just messing around. But I thought, oh my God, I actually have like kind of sound advice to give to people. And that was really cool because that made me that much more excited about doing the show and stuff. Well, but also, you know, being on TV so much actually, you know what the coolest things, and I'm sure you can kind of identify somewhat with this. When you're a musician and you go on TV, it's weird, right? Like I always was never cool.
Totally, you feel uncomfortable.
It's like, but I was forced to get used to it. I mean, I've been on TV for 6 years, on these cameras in front of me. This feels strange in no way. Then in the other aspects of my career, like singing and stuff, I'm like, oh, psh, SNL, whatever. You know, but before, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm gonna screw it up, and I'd be always nervous. We get scared sometimes. It's okay to admit that.
Yeah, I'm always nervous before I get on the camera. I just try to forget about it and try to engage with the person I'm talking to. Because if I start working that camera, it makes me a little nervous and I feel uncomfortable. So, like I said, Adam, you can't have any of this shit because number one, I have a little cold, a little sore throat, and strep is coming on. Singers.
I took a sip while you weren't looking.
No, I'm as healthy as a newborn baby. So, Adam, I have this little game that I play with people because I think I know the answers to these questions, but I'm not sure I'm right. And a lot of times I get thrown a curve.
Okay.
So it's a this or that. It's a dis or dat. You can say dis or dat.
Dis or dat.
Dis or dat.
Okay.
Porsche or Ferrari.
Ferrari.
Singing or playing drums?
Playing drums.
Married or single?
Married.
Maroon 5 or The Voice?
Maroon 5.
Me or Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I figured so, you know, you fucker. Okay.
You'd say the same thing.
Prince or Michael Jackson?
Prince, I gotta say Prince.
I knew it. See, that was the one that I thought I was gonna fuck with you. One last one.
Dancing or guitar playing?
Mezcal or tequila?
Mezquila.
I'll drink to that. Oh, I've been waiting for this to happen.
See how drunk you had to get?
See what you think of that. Here's the thing, that one, I know it's a new batch.
God damn it!
Having any fun yet?
I can't believe you.
You think I would be sitting here drinking fucking mezquila?
I was a little worried about you for a second.
How do you like having your own brand, Adam? Seriously now, on the real side. How do you like having your own brand? You like when you walk into a room now, don't you feel proud when you got you see a bar and you see your shit behind the counter? Doesn't that make you excited?
Be like, that's my... Actually, I was at a liquor store the other day, and...
You sent me the picture.
Yeah, there were these kids in there, they were looking for something to buy, and I'm like, you should buy that. And they're like, what's that? And I'm like, it's really good. And I started telling them the whole thing. And I'm like, no, literally, like, you need to get it. It's our stuff. My buddy Sammy, and they're like, whoa. And so they loved it, and then they bought it.
I'm proud to have you as a partner, Adam.
Oh, man,
thank you for
too.
doing this show. And God bless you and your family. And hey, dear friend, Mr. Adam Levine in the house. The one and only Richie Sambora and his amazing guitarist Orianthi stopped by Conway Studios to give us a little love on our jam session. But first, we had to learn the damn song. Okay, we are back. So Adam and I were doing our interview and we ran into Orianthi and Mr. Richie Sambora in the studio, and they said, hey, what are you guys doing? And so here's what we're doing. So we flipped the coin. And we landed on Heard It Through the Grapevine, and none of us have ever played or sang this song, except Adam. He wrote it. Didn't you write this song?
I did write it.
You wrote this song for Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, I wrote it years ago in the 60s.
Before he was born.
Yeah, I wrote it before I was born.
Anyway, welcome.
He was in embryonic stages.
Yeah, I was a
Thanks
prolific
for coming
man.
by, or whatever, however you got here. Thanks for running into us.
Here now.
Okay, we'll do it like this. Adam's got the teleprompter. I don't, so watch this.
Why are you gonna call me out like that, man?
Whoa, I bet you wondered how I knew about your plans to make me blue.
Some other guy you knew before. Between two guys, I know I love you more. Took me by surprise, I must say. When I found out yesterday, don't you know I heard it through the grapevine?
How much longer could you
How much longer?
Oh,
I heard it through the grapevine.
Just as about to lose my mind.
Honey, honey, yeah.
Grapevine.
How much longer would you be my baby?
Through the grapevine, how much longer would you be my baby?
Oh, I know a man ain't supposed to cry, but these tears
baby.
Grapevine, how much longer would you be my baby? Longer would you be my baby?
Let's see.
Last verse.
That's all right.
Here we go. Keep it going. Keep it moving.
What does it say?
I'll try it.
Try it.
I've never tried it.
Get it out.
People say even after what you see, someday none of what you hear
Doesn't rhyme.
will be confused. If it's true, please tell me, dear. Do you plan to let me go? Little guy you loved before. Don't you know I heard it through the grapevine? How much longer could you be mine? Heard it through the grapevine. Think I'm just about to lose my mind. Honey, yeah.
Longer would you be my baby?
Whoa, I heard it through the grapevine. How much longer would you be my baby?
Okay, you guys go. Take a solo. Go. Adam, thank you, my friend. Isn't it great having musicians
I love it.
around? Go, girl. Ow! Rock and roll road trip. We'll see you next week. Hey, yeah, baby. Yeah, I heard it through the grapevine.
Heard it through.
Are we having any